Hi, Kelly. So this is Kelly and Carly Jane having a little chat this afternoon. And so this is our first YouTube, don't forget. So do bear with us in all my editing skills. And so what I was going to ask and invite Kelly to talk about was her path to where she is now, really, and how she's been doing through all the coronavirus and this lockdown. And tell us a little bit about you, Kelly. Go on. So where did this all start?
So my spiritual journey started probably about 7 years ago, and I was working in the corporate world. I was anxious, I was a bit depressed, I wasn't feeling good within myself, and I was trying to find a way to help myself, because as with doctors, they just tend to want to give you antidepressants, which did help, but I was aware that it wasn't helping me get to the problem and why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And one day I met a Reiki master, and I had some healing, and just the way it made me feel was really good. So I continued to have sessions, and then I decided to learn for myself. Initially it was to help to heal myself, but I loved it. And then starting healing, friends, family and others. And then over the years, I learned different modalities, did my own research, so learned about angels and crystals, and just enjoyed the world of I love personal development, and I was really into just healing myself, and then wanting to help everybody else. So I learned EFT, most recently I've learned hypnotherapy, which is clinical hypnotherapy, which is really great.
And are you using that to help others now as well?
Yes. So I work in a clinic, and I do clinical hypnotherapy and psychotherapy. But where that shut down with lockdown, I've really got back into wanting to do healing. So I'm combining the two now in spiritual hypnotherapy. So that's just starting out now, which I'm really enjoying.
Oh, wonderful. Good. And so have you always been spiritual? What about your upbringing? Was this something new just from the Reiki, or did you have a family that's spiritual?
My mum was a little bit spiritual. I remember going with her to spiritual churches, and her getting messages. So I remember that, but she wasn't. It was just that I mostly remember. So not that much, really. No.
Nice. So really, the anxiety and was it depression as well, or that era, kind of. It's almost like some good came out of it.
Yes.
If you hadn't gone through that period, then it wouldn't have sparked that in you to find the answers, would it?
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely helped, because it's learning how to help yourself without relying on tablets. And then it's just like a whole new amazing world has opened up. And I've met some amazing people.
So who's inspired you? Who inspires you along the way? Who's inspired you? Is anybody in particular?
So my Reiki master, her name's Esther, she really helped me. And then reading lots of books, Esther Hicks, read a little bit with Diana Cooper, and just loads of different, off the top of my head now, and I can't. I've loved being in your group, and learned so much with connecting, and the meditations, the guided meditations, and because it has that kind of healing and meditation combination, I love that as well.
Good. So what could you offer to somebody else that's out there struggling with anxiety, maybe they're where you were? What words of advice would you give them?
So I'm able to now help to teach how to shift the anxiety, how to change the mindset, rewire the brain. So the hypnotherapy side helps to rewire your mind and get you back into into a more of a positive state, and teaching how to reframe your thoughts with the hypnosis, which really is good, you know, to get you back on track. And then the healing with the energy works within, you know, helps release blockages, release tension, release and let go of all that stuck stuff. And which also we realize how much, you know, how far it goes back, because, you know, from doing all the healing, and I've got some amazing people that's helping me with my healing now, how far it goes back.
So it's a long way back. Like I say, it's getting back to the roots of, because quite often that anxiety that triggered those years ago, there was further stuff before that was triggering that. So it's getting to the root of it,
exactly.
without going into it, isn't it? Without bringing it all back up.
Exactly. So just learning to let it go, bring it up, but deal with it, and then allow it to be released. So so it's really, really, I'm just grateful for being aware that we can let go and we don't have to live with it. And you know,
it's not who we are. It's not who we are, is it?
Exactly. So it's a nice journey, because we're able to let go and move forward positively. So I really love helping others, and just knowing the feeling it gives.
So lockdown's been quite positive, because you brought the spiritual side out in you.
Because clinical hypnotherapy, although it's great, it can be, you know, like smoking and weight loss and things like that, and I felt that there was something missing. So bringing it together, and I feel it's just so much powerful, because you can combine the both. And I just it definitely lights me up much more.
Brilliant. So life's looking bright and breezy now to what it was a number of years ago.
Oh God, yes.
Well, good. Thank you for talking to me today. And like I say, it's just nice to know the group members, and so that other group of members, when they see you on events, can get to know you a little bit as well. So well done for stepping forward, I think, and serving spirit, and seeing that opening, because some people might not have, you know. So.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for your time and allowing me space as well.
Okay, I'm just going to stop the recording. So thanks everybody for listening to Kelly, and that's her little story, which I think is brilliant. You know, turned her life around, and now helping others. So well done, Kelly.